What's good, everyone? Today we're diving into colitis, a condition that impacts millions worldwide. I'll share my personal experience, explain what colitis really is, how it differs from IBS, and most importantly, how you can manage and potentially even remission this disease. If you or someone you love struggles with gut health, this is a deep dive you won't want to miss. Keep watching this video all the way to the end to find out what unique therapy I've tried that has worked to put my colitis in remission in the past. As always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. Let's just start with the basics. Colitis is an inflammation of the inner lining of the colon or large intestine. Its severity varies from mild inflammation to severe ulceration. According to the CDC, around 1.6 million Americans live with inflammatory bowel disease, which includes UC and Crohn's disease. The prevalence is rising. Estimates predict that by 2025, over 3 million Americans will be diagnosed. Globally, between 0.3% and 0.5% of the population suffers from some form of colitis or IBD, which globally accounts for over 37 million affected individuals. Much of what goes wrong is an abnormal immune response, genetics, and environmental factors. My personal background involves long-term antibiotic treatment, which I believe triggered my condition, similar to many cases connected to microbiome disruption. You may have heard of IBS, Irritable Bowel Syndrome, a common condition affecting roughly 10 to 15% of the population, characterized by pain, cramping, and irregular bowel habits. The key difference, IBS does not involve inflammation or tissue damage. It's a functional disorder. In contrast, colitis involves actual tissue inflammation. This can lead to bowel bleeding, ulcers, and an increased risk for colorectal cancer. Risk levels that can increase from 2% to as high as 10% after many years of persistent inflammation. Understanding that distinction is critical because treatments differ significantly. While IBS management mainly involves diet and stress control, colitis often requires immunosuppressants or biologic treatments to control inflammation. But does it always? My story highlights how antibiotics used over years to treat other illnesses can damage gut bacteria. Antibiotic courses destroy a significant portion of beneficial microbes, and recovery can take months or years. In my case, I developed C. diff, a bacterial infection that complicates up to 10% of antibiotic treatments. It causes severe diarrhea and colitis-like inflammation. After that, I battled COVID-19 twice, which further compromised my gut. I was bleeding for over 6 months, experiencing symptoms similar to severe ulcerative colitis, bloody diarrhea, fatigue, and anemia. I had to receive iron infusions because my body couldn't absorb nutrients, something common in severe colitis cases, where anemia affects around 35% of patients. This accumulation of damage plus infections transformed my gut into a vulnerable, inflamed state, leading to my current diagnosis of colitis. Colitis isn't just localized to your gut, it impacts your whole body. Nutrient absorption drops significantly. In severe cases, absorption of critical vitamins like B12 can fall by up to 50%. This malabsorption leads to deficiencies that can cause fatigue, weakness, osteoporosis, and anemia. The inflammation also triggers immune responses that can cause systemic issues: fever, weight loss, and joint pain. Chronic blood loss from bleeding can lead to anemia, which impacts your energy levels and overall health. Moreover, stress and anxiety aren't just mental health issues. They can exacerbate colitis. Studies show that 70% of IBD patients report symptoms worsening during stressful periods. Stress-related hormones like cortisol can increase inflammation, making it a vicious cycle. Now, benzodiazepines, a common medication for anxiety, can make this cycle worse. Research suggests that long-term benzodiazepine use can slow gastrointestinal motility, cause dysbiosis, imbalanced gut bacteria, and trigger or worsen functional GI disorders, including colitis and IBS-9. This means if you're on benzodiazepines and have GI symptoms, it might be making your condition worse without you realizing it. Research indicates that about 80% of people with IBD report stress as a significant flare trigger, and nearly 45% cite certain foods, like fried or spicy dishes, as exacerbating their symptoms. Flares can happen suddenly and unpredictably, which is why it's crucial to identify your personal triggers. Keeping a detailed food and symptom diary can be a life-changing strategy. Tracking what you eat, your stress levels, medication, and environmental factors seems pretty obvious. Over time, this can help you recognize specific patterns and avoid known triggers, reducing the frequency and severity of flares. Managing colitis involves a proactive approach. Regular monitoring is key, and I recommend getting your colon checked every 6 months, especially if you're in active remission or have had severe disease. Regular colonoscopies help detect any early signs of dysplasia or cancer, which at the risk can be 10% over a lifetime for IBD patients. Another important marker is calprotectin, a protein found in stool samples that is a sensitive marker of intestinal inflammation. An elevated calprotectin level above 50 UGG suggests active inflammation, even if symptoms are mild. About 60% of IBD patients show elevated levels during flares, making it an invaluable non-invasive monitoring tool. Treatment options include anti-inflammatory drugs, immunosuppressants, and biologics like Entyvio, vedolizumab, and Humira, adalimumab. These biologics have revolutionized disease management, with about 50% of patients achieving remission within the first year of treatment. However, these medications are potent. It's crucial to research thoroughly and discuss potential risks and benefits with your healthcare provider. Diet plays a massive role in controlling colitis. Certain foods can trigger or alleviate symptoms. A diet high in fruits, vegetables, omega-3 fatty acids, and probiotics like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium supports gut healing. Conversely, processed foods and saturated fats tend to increase inflammation. Many thrive on low FODMAP diets, which reduce fermentable carbohydrates that can cause gas and bloating. Maintaining healthy gut flora through probiotics helps restore bacterial balance disrupted by antibiotics or flare-ups. Managing stress is equally important. Incorporate mindfulness, yoga, or meditation. Physical activity, adequate sleep, and avoiding smoking also support remission. FMT is a procedure that involves transferring stool from a healthy donor into the intestines of a patient. This transplant aims to restore a healthy microbiome, which can be beneficial for various gastrointestinal conditions. My experience with FMT, I've personally undergone FMT twice, both times with great success. My first use of this innovative therapy was during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, when I faced a severe Clostridium difficile infection. Initial treatment attempts at the time, doctors recommended standard therapy, which would have included metronidazole. The success rate for metronidazole in treating Clostridium difficile is approximately 70-90%. In contrast, FMT boasts a success rate of about 80-90% or higher, making it a compelling alternative. Enlisting in a clinical trial recognizing the potential of FMT, I decided to enlist in a clinical study that you too can participate in by visiting clinicaltrial.com. This opportunity allowed me to be a part of a promising treatment that was gaining traction, exploring FMT capsules for ulcerative colitis. After my success with the initial treatment, I volunteered for another clinical trial focused on the use of FMT capsules to induce remission in patients with mild to moderate ulcerative colitis. This study was designed as a double-blind, randomized controlled trial, which is crucial because it ensures that neither the participants nor the researchers know who is receiving the real treatment versus a placebo. This helps eliminate bias and provides clear results. Study parameters. In this trial, one group received 5 days of real FMT capsules followed by potential sugar pills, while the other group received ongoing FMT treatment throughout the entire study period, lasting several months. The objective was to determine whether long-term or short-term use of FMT capsules is sufficient for inducing remission. My outcome: I was placed in the short-term group, and the results were remarkable. Following an investigative sigmoidoscopy, it was confirmed that the FMT had put me in partial remission. This was an incredible breakthrough, especially since FMT does not compromise your immune system and significantly benefits the gut microbiome. Current FDA approval. Unfortunately, it's worth noting that the FDA currently only approves FMT in the US for Clostridium difficile infections. If you're interested in this treatment, participating in a clinical study is essential. Like many other treatments, FMT carries risks, but I prefer it over biologics that suppress the body's natural immune response. Looking ahead, I remain hopeful for the future of FMT, envisioning possibilities such as dual therapy or even exclusively using FMT to help those in need. Managing colitis is complex, but understanding your disease, monitoring inflammation markers, maintaining a supportive diet, and working closely with your healthcare team can drastically improve your quality of life. Remember, remission is achievable, and many live full, active lives with proper management. If you're experiencing symptoms, seek medical advice promptly. Staying informed, proactive, and engaged with your treatment plan makes all the difference. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more health insights. Together, we can empower each other to better gut health.